Good afternoon. I'm Larry Kamer, and this is my channel, the Fly Tying Philosopher. Um, one nice spring day outside almost, close to 70 degrees here in Michigan, and that's been pretty much a pleasure. Today I'm going to continue tying flies uh, with this system that I've been working on. I have only just a couple flies for each one, and I think I'll use the white or the light color today and try to tie three flies, kind of timing myself to do them in 3 minutes each, and they'll be displayed kind of right up here as I do them. Today I've been thinking about Plato, P-L-A-T-O. Of course, he was a famous philosopher. He was a student of Socrates and the teacher of Aristotle. The three lives overlapped each other. And they lived around 360 BC. They spent a lot of time discussing and writing about ethics, and they dealt with justice and temperance and prudence, practical wisdom, and I first ran across Plato in Philosophy 101. I went to a good old Jesuit university, and everybody had to take either philosophy or theology, among others, in a good liberal arts education. And I was reading Plato's Apology, and it's about the trial of Socrates, and he was charged with corrupting the youth. And one of the things that he said is, my questioning, this is Socrates, my questioning of these issues is no small matter. It's kind of like how ought we to live is the main subject. And so that really impressed me, and I thought, okay, well, how ought we to live? As the years went by, I ran across Mortimer Adler. He was the editor of the Great Books collection out of the University of Chicago. But he was pretty much a classic philosopher, heavily influenced by Aristotle. And he wrote a book called The Times of Our Lives. Now I'm getting to a point. In Adler's book, he talked about the various divisions of life, and when Plato asked how ought we to live, Adler provided an answer a couple thousand years later, and many philosophers later too. He wanted to divide kind of life into spheres, areas of interest in things that we should pay attention to. I use a mnemonic called WHISTLE to remember what he had to say. W for wealth, H for health, I for intimate relationships, S for social relationships, T for thinking or thought, L for leisure, and E for enrichment. Now here's where Tenkara applies. I think Plato would have been a Tenkara fisher if he did any fishing, if it was known to him at that time. Because there's a great deal that has to do with leisure, and Adler and Plato and Aristotle talked about leisure activities, and they felt, at least, that leisure activity should enrich your life It should be a learning process. And of course, Tenkara satisfies those criteria quite nicely. You can spend a great deal of time um, learning about Tenkara and fish behavior and stream ecology. Uh, and it's kind of an enriching thing to do, to have those kind of thoughts along when you have the pleasure of fishing on a stream for beautiful trout. So that's kind of where I've come. It's almost like full circle. First running into Plato, and now I'm thinking that Plato would really like Tenkara. Um, so that's really all I kind of wanted to get to today. Um, Tenkara is wonderful leisure activity, and I'm really looking forward to this season and to be using these flies and see if my idea works. Uh, so that's all. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you the next time.